right. As if I'd believe that. You live so that you can have a bit of a frolic, eh?
So what? As if you never did anything like that.
Christ! I thought the Grim Reaper was coming for me. But it's only Oldham. What do you want from us, you old fart?
Ah, my precious cherry, ah, my precious cherry.
Your ma has hands of gold. Not even the king would turn his nose up at such a fine fare.
Lord be with you.
I heard you were talking to the bride. Do you know where I can find her?
Agnes? Well, she mentioned she needed to take a break from the crowd for a while. And then she set off towards the fortress. I suppose she's looking for Older. She's at her wit's end with him.
Thanks. I'll go and have a look for them.
See you later, my friend.
Forgive them, milady.
Henry, my sweet.
What do you want?
Well, you, of course. I want to tell you something, although you probably already know what.
Tell me what's on your mind.
Well, you know, I like you so much. I said it. I'm sorry.
I like you too.
Really? And Henry, dear, would you like to come with me now? I want to show you something.
I see, you naughty girl. Where?
I'll show you. Follow me. Oh!
Well,
Good.
that was something.
Naked at a wedding? Have you no shame? Christ! Pardon me.
That's a good one.
Married too. Forgive them, milady. Yes, Jan and I were exactly the same. Look at the countess, quite...
Oh, Henry, what is it?
It's just... I liked it very much.
Yes, it was nice.
You don't sound very convincing.
Well, to tell you the truth, it wasn't that great.
Really? I see.
It's the happiest day of their lives.
That's a good one.
When they both said yes, I cried like a baby.
I shed a few tears as well.
Say, your ma has hands of gold. Not even the king would turn his nose up. But such fine fare.
Did he say anything about going somewhere?
You all right?
Don't bother me now, Henry.
Have you come to play?
I don't play.
So what do you want?
I wanted to congratulate you.
Aye,
Naturally.
I'm happy to hear that.
Here to the bride.
What coin? What have you been up to? Were you having a good time? Why would you be looking for me? Oh, come on.
But it doesn't matter. Get a hold of yourself. I can't stand it.
If you're my friend,
I apologize.
you'll have a drink. It will be the...
I said no, heck. It's my little sister's wedding, and I want to remember it.
Do this to me. Doesn't he love me? What are you doing here? Who are you?
I'm Henry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. I was hoping to find you both here. Sir Alder as well. Come now, dry your tears. What's the matter, eh?
It's Alder.
Did he...
No. He just disappeared. Left practically right from the altar.
But why? You two look so happy.
I was hoping he'd stay at home more after we were married. Instead of always riding off somewhere. What a silly goose I am.
What was so urgent that it couldn't wait until...
I don't know. He didn't tell me, but he often...
Didn't he at least tell you when he'd be back?
No. Sometimes he comes back in the evening. Sometimes...
Don't worry. He'll be back soon. No, but...
He couldn't care. His father arranged the marriage mainly for the money they're getting from my pa. You don't have anything to say, do you? At least I see you think I'm right.
I'm sorry.
Oh well, I've already cried buckets. I could use a drink. How about you?
Shouldn't you slow down? The night is still young. Maybe Alder will come back and you'll have... duties.
Mother said all a girl has to do is lie down and hold on. I can do that drunk. Let Alder do all the work.
Wow.
Booze! Oh, fucking hell! It's you again!
Oh, fight!
Fuck off me! You wanna fuck the bride, huh? Hypocrite!
What are you doing, you drunken fool?
Someone's been coveting your neighbour's wife, eh?
Bollocks!
Not that I blame you. But you might have waited until this all went home.
Let's be having you! Let's be having you! I'll tear you a new arsehole, you fucker!
Come on then!
Didn't see that!
See now! He's nearly got me!
Go fuck yourself! Nice hit!
Bad luck!
Ain't had enough yet!
At him!
Nice one.
Useless! Nice
You
hit!
wounded me badly! One more and we can go home! I told you he had
You're
two left.
mad!
Think you're a match for me, peasant!
Wanker!
Hey, get him! Got you! Come on, scum!
Nice hit! Fight!
Go rip your arse open!
Quickly, for the love of God, sort out this rabble before they turn everything into firewood!
Cursed luck. Well, well. Distinguished guests.
For the love of God. Does it have to be him?
Trust me, friend.
Oh, thank you, Jesus.
We need to have a word with you.
Would your graces care to sit?
I think not.
What brings you to my humble rectory, gentlemen?
Are you all packed, Godwin? I heard you got kicked out of your humble rectory.
Your concern is really touching, Hanush. Did you come to see me off, or to help me do my laundry?
Watch your mouth, priest. You might end up losing more than your parish.
Easy, my friend. Don't let him get you all worked up.
I'd like to teach him a good lesson.
But that's not why we're here.
Bah!
Well, why are you here, then?
We have a secret mission for you.
I'm all ears, Sir Radzik.
Do you know about Lord Capon's mission?
Aye. I heard a word or two about that.
Yes. To Sir Otto von...
Royal Chamberlain von Berger.
You know more than I'd expect from you.
It doesn't surprise me.
2 days, weather permitting.
The young lord should have been back long.
He should. But he's...
And now you want me to find out...
That's right. You'll go...
Why me?
Honestly, I'd like to know that too, Radzik.
He has experience like few others. You know that, Hanush. And although he might not look like it at the moment, he is from a noble family. So he knows how to deal with...
What? You're saying this?
It's true. And he also understands, since we don't know what's holding Capon up, we need someone who can deal with whoever.
I hope you're...
How could I say no after such words?
Well, that went...
Oh, don't get ahead of yourself. I won't rest until mine...
When should I go?
Right away.
Fuck! Did they have to lock us up in here of all places? I have a feeling these walls are moving. The cell is getting smaller and smaller. Can you hear me? Let me out! Hey! Hear me!
Oh, give it a rest. No one's come in.
I feel like we're going to be crushed here.
Well, that ought to bring us closer together.
Very droll. I just don't like these kind of places.
Like jails. Not a lot of people do.
No, I suppose they don't. Listen here, Henry. I wanted to say... well, that I'm glad to see you again. Henry?
Oh, it sounds like the great Sir Hans Capon is getting ready to apologise. But why?
Well, because I'm just sorry, I suppose. Nevertheless, Henry, I wanted to say that, well, you were right. I behaved badly. Awfully.
All right. I accept your apology. All water under the bridge, eh? Old pal.
Thanks. So, what were you getting up to the whole time, anyway?
I was working in the blacksmith's forge in Takov.
Oh. Well, lucky for you, you have a trade you could work at.
Sort of. Most of the time I was actually chasing after lost carts, or scrambling over the rocks looking for hermits.
Well, at least you weren't bored, eh?
What about you?
I also stuck to what I'm best at.
What, boozing and whoring?
Ha-fucking-ha. Hunting.
Where did you get the gear for that? We arrived in Troskowitz like a pair of beggars.
By using the old noggin, pal. I pulled a strong thread out of those rags I had on, made a snare for game, and before you could say jackrabbit, I was hawking half a dozen hares around the local cottages.
Weren't you worried about the local gamekeeper?
That nitwit! I found out he was fond of the booze, so I snooped around his lodge, and when sleeping it off, I went hunting. Once, I even went into his shed and, borrowed a bow and a quiver full of arrows.
Thieving, too, to top it all. Christ!
Oh, give over. Once things are sorted out, I'll give it all back. Shh, quiet! There's something going on outside the door.
Have you seen Captain Thomas? Yarrick says he's in a bad way.
He's right. Them fuckers cut him up good.
Last I heard from Father Nicodemus, though, was that his wounds are healing.
Aye. Only he's been struck down by a fever. And the Sawbones is away with Sir Otto.
Good God!
Captain Thomas! Yes! He met us before we reached the pond, didn't he? We showed him our letter.
But he's in a fever. You heard them.
Oh, we'll deal with that somehow. Hey!
Leave it be.
Hey! Open up, you rabble! We're messengers from Ratai. Your captain can confirm it. Do you hear?
Again?
Those damned fools won't give us any peace.
Come on, fellas! Be reasonable. We're envoys of the Lord of Lipa.
About time. Just you wait till Lord von Berghoff hears how you treat a noble.
You, come with me to the courtyard. Chamberlain says we ain't gonna waste bread on you for nothing. We've got a job for you.
What about me? I want to talk to the captain right now.
You want to talk to God, fella. You're getting the gallows for poaching.
What? But you can't hang a nobleman.
Jesus, wait! Hear that? That bell's tolling for you, mate. 12 more times, and the priest will come for you. Hans!
But you can't!
Hans, don't worry, I'll fix it! Move it!
I'm a nobleman! Do you hear me? I'm a noble! I'm Sir Hans Capon of Bergstein.
So, if you want to get out of here, you'll have to make amends and work off your debt. For a start, you can carry all the charcoal from this wagon up to the store.
Wait, though. What's going to happen with Capon?
With that madman? He was poaching, so he'll swing.
But he really is a noble.
Ain't you a bit old for fairy tales, son? Once the bell tolls for the 12th time, it won't matter a damn who he used to be anyway. If you want to do something for him, pray. And best pretend you don't know him.
Your Captain Thomas can testify that we're envoys from Ratai. It's the truth, I swear.
Don't you say a word about our captain. We don't know if the poor fellow will live to see morning. They moved him during the night to the chapel at the very top of the Maiden. It seems only God can help him now.
Why did they move your captain to the chapel? All that way up?
So he'd be closer to God. Either the good Lord will help him, or take him to his bosom. The captain's in a really bad way. And our Sawbones is away with Lord von Bergov.
What about my things? You took everything away from me.
That's what happens to people in jail. When we set you free, you'll get your stuff back. In the worst case, we might keep something to cover the damages you caused at the wedding. Got it?
Got it. Do you always ring the bells before an execution?
Aye, it's a local custom. They say back in the past, the local lord slept through a scheduled execution, and they had to release the condemned man. Don't worry, that won't happen today.
What happens when I'm done?
What do you reckon? You'll get... And when there's no more work for...
That's all?
Aye? Lord von Bergov is strict, but he ain't a tyrant.
And can I go there? I really have to talk...
Don't fucking annoy me, fella. You got off...
What? You won't even let me pray in the chapel?
We will not. You're not allowed inside at all.
I'll get to work then.
Good lad. The store's up by the gate to the inner bailey. Or Sinner the blacksmith is idling around somewhere there. Or go down to the outer bailey where they're building the scaffolding. And no wandering around where you're not allowed. Don't stick your nose inside the castle. Got it?
Yeah. Got it.
Bless you.
Good day to you.
It was nice. Good food and drink. Lots of guests. Not enough pretty girls for my liking, though. It's a lot better here in Trosky.
Let's hope the bride doesn't hear you. She might take offense.
I wasn't talking about her, of course. The bride's always the prettiest.
I've been at weddings where that wasn't the case, unfortunately. But I heard it ended in a brawl.
Aye. Some idiots had a punch-up. It's practically a tradition, you know?
A pretty stupid tradition. The poor newlyweds. It's supposed to be a celebration and some numbers.
Why wouldn't they when it's true? It would be bad, I tell you.
I don't know. Seems to me it's always the same. Bad.
Well, it will be even worse.
Do you know where Captain Thomas is? I heard he was in a bad way.
It's true, son. It doesn't look good for him. Why do you ask?
I'd like to pray with him.
A kind thought, but you can't get to Thomas. I had him moved during the night up to the chapel in the Maiden.
Why did you take him to the chapel?
The surgeon is away with Lord von Berghoff, and Thomas has got considerably worse. I don't...
Uh-huh. Why can't I get there?
You know, the castle chapel is an important place. Only Lord...
Like you, for instance.
Naturally. It's certainly good of you to want to pray for Thomas, but you can do that anywhere without having to...
I'll be going then.
Go, and don't forget about that prayer. Till we meet again.
Here is a bell. Everything was fine as long as we had... No, we didn't. I expect only old Samin was a bit...
Hey, Wojtek, we've still got work to do. Come and help.
Can't you see I'm talking to someone?
I ain't seen you here. Are you new and all? Well, I'm Magda.
I'm Henry.
It's great to have some new lads here.
Oh, aye. Henry, how about you bugger off? I wouldn't want a repeat of our last disagreement.
It'd end up differently this time.
Are you also helping Wojtek's uncle?
What uncle?
Wojtek here said he's helping his uncle, Osina the blacksmith.
Sure. Me and Wojtek are helping his uncle. And I'm sure Wojtek's uncle would rather he stopped gabbing and gave me a hand.
I wouldn't want to keep you lads from your work. Take care then.
Thanks a lot. Are you on some kind of mission to ruin my fucking life?
Do what you like, but only after you've helped me. I'm not going to haul it all on my own.
Good day to you.
Good day.
And with you.
Great. That's that. I'm Henry.
My name's Votava.
What are you here for?
Me? Nothing much. I tried to rob a house near Tahov. I was sleeping in the woods for a week and I wanted to get at least a slice of bread. So I says to hell with it and I poured the whole lot down my neck. I slept like a baby, and if the bailiff hadn't come for me, I'd...
And what can they do to you?
What do I know? I've spent some time in the stocks. That wasn't too bad. And now I'll be hauling here for a while. And then I reckon they'll kick my ass out of the gate.
Sounds to me like it's not the first time for you.
My neck has graced half the stocks in Bohemia. And one or the worst of the new ones. They've still got splinters sticking out of them. Once in Rumburg, they had brand new pine stocks.
Do you know how I can slip inside the Maiden?
Aye, friend. That's what...
What? Oh, no, I mean the Maiden Tower. I need something there.
You're a barrel of laughs, eh? Well, but if you hang around here long enough and make yourself once in Sternberg, I even got to the Lord's privy.
I doubt you'd find much of value in a privy, eh?
As it happens, I found a nice book there. Of course.
It seems to me you know a thing or two about...
Aha! Does it show that much? Well, what do you need?
I need to get inside the castle, and it's likely I'll...
Like locks, eh? I'll give you a piece of advice for nothing. I've kept myself alive. If you want to rob the nobility...
I'm not planning to steal anything. I just need to talk to someone.
Well, that sounds pretty odd. But you're in luck. There's a certain groom. We did a job together near Yichin. He pretends he don't know me. But I remember him.
Kabat? My word.
And what did you do?
I got into a brawl at young...
Fuck me. You brawl at a wedding that the cream of the whole region is attending?
I'll be going.
Sure.
I'll be going.
Sure.
Hey, vagabond. If you're done hauling, get over.
I finished hauling the sack.
How should I know? They told me to think up some job for you, so you wouldn't be idle. So if you want to pass the time, go...
Well, I'd say there's plenty of work to do around here. I'll gladly help you with something.
Aye, but I've only got work in the forge, and that ain't for everyone.
I'm a blacksmith too, even if I don't look the part right now.
Oh, really?
Aye. My pa was a blacksmith. A respected one.
Then you might actually be some use to me. At least I wouldn't have to work my fingers to the bone all the time. I'll tell you what. Go to the forge. The fire's gone cold. I haven't had much time for, well, the trade. So fire it up and make some horseshoes for Kabat. He's our groom. Always bothering me that you don't have shoes for the horses. And there's only one nag stabled here now that his lordship's away with his men.
All right. How many should I make?
How many legs does a horse have?
4.
Smart lad. We've got one horse. That's 4 times 1. But Kabat's already got 3. So that's 4 minus 3, which is...
1. All right.
You'll find everything you need in the trunk in the forge. It's there, past the gate.
All right. But I was told not to go there.
And now I'm telling you to go. And when it's done, bring it to me to check so you don't make me look bad. Off you go. Lads!
Where's that fool of a blacksmith?
What's the matter, good wife? Why are you standing here grumbling?
Because of that damn blacksmith. I'm waiting here for... The lock on my spice chest is stuck, and Sir Otto will be back any time. How am I to bake gingerbread?
How can the blacksmith...
How do you think? He always takes this bit, and then he promises to change the lock for...
Can I help you somehow?
No, unless you can pick a lock. And decent...
Oh, you said the blacksmith knew. So the blacksmith isn't...
Aye, and he ain't decent.
I know how to do it, but first I have to get tools for it.
All right, I'll wait here. Another while won't kill me.
Took upon himself our wrongdoing, and showed us the power let them know that they are not alone in their afflictions, but that Christ is forever their mercy.
It's cold. I should hop over to the forge.
Christ Jesus, who laid down his life for our sins, I beg you and the guardian angel to take care of your good servant. Thomas is a virtuous, faithful, and good Christian. I beg you heal him. No other soldiers are lost.
The first bell. Another 11 to go. Finally. Guard?
Must you interrupt me at my prayers? If it's alms you want, go to the...
Sorry to bother you, but I heard you praying.
You know Thomas? Where from?
Well, that's a really long story, but I heard what happened to him, and I need to talk to him.
Talk? What do you expect to hear from him? But it's all the same. Thomas is lying in a fever upstairs in the Maiden. It don't look good for him. Them bastards cut him up good, the poor fella. And if that wasn't enough, they stole his rosary too. Barbarians.
What exactly is wrong with Tom?
He was badly wounded in a fight. It looked for a while like he wouldn't live to see the dawn. But he got a bit... Only a few days ago he caught a fever and the sawbones is away...
And the Maiden Tower?
You in Trotsky for the first time, eh? We call the second one the Crone. There's some legend about it, but to tell the truth, it never...
I'll be going.
Thanks.
If you're after some leftovers, the kitchen's up top. I don't think there's much there.
About that horseshoe.
Well, did you get it done?
Yeah. Here.
Well, what are you standing around here for? I told you to take it to Kabat.
No. You told me...
You're a smart one, eh? Well, he's our groom. Most likely he'll be idling just between the two of us. He's a very...
I can't wait. Thank her, the cook.
Jesus Christ, God protect us.
She's not able to...
Again? She's a...
She told me you always open it with some implement.
Jesus, why do you even talk?
I'm supposed to help out her.
What of it? I already let you into the forge anyway. There's this small red pot on a shelf there with some lockpicks in it. But I don't suppose you know how to use one.
As it happens, I do.
I'd rather not ask where you learn. Just don't get up to any funny...
Sure. Do you know how I can get...
You can't. Only his lordship and his usually, that is. Only now, Captain Thomas is lying there.
I understand. So I got what I needed, and we can get to it.
It's in the castle cellars. Follow me. My time is precious.
Yeah, but I'm not allowed there. I was told to stay in the courtyard.
Never mind that. You go in with me and you're helping me. Come on.
I beg you.
What a day. I burnt the roux in the morning, and then the girl told me we're out of venison. I don't know what that gamekeeper's up to again. Actually, I do know, and it ain't nothing good. And now this. 3 years that lock is broken, and 3 years that good-for-nothing has been promising to fix it.
Excuse me.
But no, after all, I'm just a stupid cook fanker who's always nagging and won't leave anyone in peace. But if I didn't nag, there'd be nothing done in this godforsaken castle. You have to kick people's asses here to even get them out of bed in the morning. Boy!
Just cold there, isn't it? That doesn't do really good.
Here is that damn chest. 3 years I've been telling him. God's truth. Thank you kindly, young man. If you want to get a bite to eat, stop by the kitchen.
God be with you.
The second toll for Hans.
Dork who took it. Why do I even bother?
God above. Starting up again.
Sir.
You? What are you doing here? Christ! Ah! First you cause mayhem at a noble wedding.
I noticed, sir, that something is troubling you.
How could a vagabond...
One vagabond isn't the same as another, sir. It can be hard to tell the difference between beggars and us students from Prague, but we have a bit of knowledge.
And what are you doing here? Prague is a...
I'm here to gain experience. Our professors encouraged us to travel the world, but I ran up...
Mm-hmm. And where did you study?
You know,
But what school?
A university.
Now listen here, you filthy vag... Oh, it started up a... Oh, what did I do to deserve this? Oh! Oh, the pain.
Stuff your face quick and get back to work.
I brought you those horseshoes. I mean, horseshoe.
That took long enough. I've only got one horse here and I've got nothing to shoe him with. And you know who gets in the shit over it?
You?
Exactly. Mistakes are punished here. So either I'd end up reduced to beggary, or I'd have to go back to what I was doing before. And I wouldn't like that.
Do I get something for those horseshoes?
Hey, I've no time for jokes. I've only got one horse here, but even so.
I'll be going then.
So run along, and next time...
I heard some interesting things.
Oh, yeah? Look here. The last fellow who said that to me ended badly.
Take it easy. No need to lose your temper. I'm looking for something.
I see. That Votava told you about me, eh? I knew he'd be trouble as soon as he turned, but I'll tell you, it won't come cheap.
Isn't there maybe something I could do for you in exchange?
Well, since you're offering, I lost something playing dice and I'd like to have it back. A very nice turquoise
Who did you lose it to?
Father Nicodemus.
Don't worry.
But with no trouble.
Naturally.
Aye, but the weather had been stormy for a few days, so one of the branches snapped and fell off. Nothing happened to the noble, but it broke his horse's back.
And that pissed him off and he wants his revenge.
He complained to the bailiff, saying the oak's dangerous and has to go.
Christ, there'll be nothing nice left.
And does anyone know who did it?
This property belongs to someone else. That tree will still be... long after we are gone. Oh, well, I'll be going now. Farewell.
Safe travels.
What are you here for?
Greetings.
Did you hear about what happened at the big wheel?
At the mill?
Yeah, the place by the Zheherovka stream.
What then? Has the water sprite been up to his mischief again?
You could say that. They found a dead body stuck in the wheel on Sunday.
You're kidding. Who was it?
God be with you.
I was told to come and ask you for a job.
Nice timing. Do you?
No, blacksmithing is more my field.
Ah, well, I got the job of fixing up this here scaffold, so it don't collapse when... But the whole thing is fucked. I need a good carpenter's axe. There's one broadaxe in the shed, but it's as blunt as a file. Of course, Osina didn't find time all year to hone the thing.
By the way...
Why, up the stairs?
Yeah, but...
Then don't go there.
I could help you with that.
You could. Well, that'd be great. Go and get it from the shed.
Sure thing. The third toll. I better get moving.
What is it you need?
Eh?
Is that you? Down the old oak. But the weather has been stormy for a few days, so one of the branches snapped and fell off. He complained to the bailiff, saying the oak dangerous to go. Nothing nice left.
Same to you.
Don't worry. When's the last time you saw the bailiff get anything done on time? That tree... still be... Here long after we're gone.
Completely useless. Fuck. God be with you.
I was told to...
Nice.
No.
Huh? I got... But there's...
But that poacher is...
An innocent poacher? But that's nothing to do with me.
I could help you with that.
You could. Well, that'd be great. Go and get it from the shed. Sharpen it and bring it back to me.
Sure thing.
Good day to you.
I heard they're going to cut down the old oak at the crossroads.
Oh, no. Why?
Lovely tree like that. It's a nice place to rest. Passing night in summer. A little shade, far and wide.
That's just it. Some noble was resting under it, not for shade, but because it was pissing down.
All the more reason to leave it be, no?
The third toll.
But the weather
better
had
get
been
moving.
stormy for a few days, so one of the branches snapped and fell off. Nothing happened to the noble, but it broke his horse's back.
And that pissed him off, and he wants his revenge?
He complained to the bailiff, saying the oak's dangerous.
There'll be nothing nice left here at this rate.
Don't worry. When's the last time you saw the bailiff get anything done?
was him who told me. Farewell, greetings.
That's what you said last week. And the one before that. It's good for you. Pickled cabbage drives out the black bile, puts your fluids in balance. What fluids? Saturn and Jupiter are in a bad constellation at the moment. That churns up the black bile and makes you ill. You idiot. You've been hanging around with Miller Crazel again, haven't you? And what if I have? He may be a bit odd, but everything he says is true. The other day, he told me to give the cows dark ale to drink. What? You didn't actually do it, did you? Laugh all you like, but if I told you they gave 3 times as much milk afterwards, you still wouldn't be impressed, would you? Wait, really? 3 days? Aye.
Well,
Take
good
my
day.
advice, you won't pickle some cabbage, friend. Have a nice day.
What is it? Did you drop something?
God be with you.
The 4th bell.
This property belongs to someone else.
As much as you can fit in there. That's how much.
Want to be completely black? Trouble from it. Don't worry. But Dorcas said dying isn't good, and that's not allowed.
Dorcas a ninny, and I told you not to talk to anyone.
Hey, Wojtek.
Can't you see
I ain't seen you here.
I'm Henry.
It's great.
Oh, I wouldn't want...
Are you also helping Voot?
Sure, and I'm sure...
Thanks a lot.
Do what you...
Greetings, lad. What brings you here?
It seems like you'd be glad to have someone...
Alea yaktan honest, my friend. The die has... So I'll be quite glad if you join me. And for what shall we play? You don't...
I heard you have a certain turquoise...
Aye, it belonged to Kabat. Although...
How do you mean?
Kabat is known for having some peculiar things in his property. If you...
Hang on. You're saying you don't mind holding on to a stolen item?
And who should I give it back to? I doubt Kabat will tell me who he took it from. Besides, you've got to admit a rosary belongs in the hands of a servant of the Lord. It's safe with me. Once its owner turns up, I'll gladly give it back to him.
Or lose it in a game of dice? I wouldn't say it's very safe in your hands.
I'm a priest, not a saint. So what of it?
Let's play for it, then.
Certainly, why not? As long as you put up a decent wager against it.
Maybe we better leave it for now. I don't have very much coin at the moment.
As you wish, friend. But if you should change your mind, I'll be glad to play.
So, are you...
Indeed,
What did you do that no one wants...
Certainly not. Although it may look that way at times, since fortune is exceptionally good to me. Do not expect it.
And isn't playing dice a sin, too?
It's not as if we were Roman soldiers playing dice for Christ's cloak.
Yeah, I never understood what they wanted that robe for. I doubt Jesus...
They sat on the robe, so they wouldn't feel the cold. You see, at that time of year, it was pretty cold in...
Cold? Wasn't Christ
yes, but it's more complicated.
Uh-huh. Well, appearance...
Heavenly music. As you wish, friend. But if you should change...
What if my soul is burdened with sin?
Of course, son. You can redeem your... or take the path of repentance. It will improve your reputation with people. And you, if I'm not mistaken, have a few... Come find me when you have atoned for your worldly sin.
The bell's ringing for hands the 5th time.
Smile. I don't want to see any sour faces when his lordship returns. You'll be happy to see him home.
Christ, so much dust.
pain. Make sure everything's in order. I don't want to see any idling here. Oh, killing me again. Oh, the pain.
I'd like to do something.
Sure.
Do you accept?
You really won't convince me like this. Aye, you'll convince me. I hope you'll be satisfied, my friend.
As much as you can. The sixth bell. Half the time is up.
Are you sure there won't be trouble from it? Don't worry, man. But Dorcas said diamonds are fast, and that's not right. Dorcas and I told you not.
What about those locks?
Shh! Not so loud.
Let's see what you've got. I'd like to do something about...
Sure.
No. Only because it's you.
More. Very well, then. Thank you, and a good day to you, friend.
Ah, damn!
Couldn't have stopped the numbskulls, as he called them.
What about those lockpicks?
Shh! Not so loud.
Suit yourself.
Big wheel.
At the mill?
Yeah, the place by the Jeverocus.
The seventh bell.
Oh, my God. day to you.
Greetings to you. Well, I'll be going then.
Aye. Farewell for now.
What are you skulking around for, you crook?
So I went to see my brother.
And?
To talk about the inheritance.
But your father's still alive, isn't he?
Aye, but he drools all over himself. And he gets this feeling that his time is nearly up.
Does he get it often?
Nearly all the time. And he's always threatening to leave everything to the church if I don't go and Exactly. Let me tell you, I'd rather die poor than young.
Greetings.
I'd like to play dice.
What game would you...
Let's play beggars.
And do you have enough money?
I reckon I don't. I actually don't want to play anything. See ya.
What's that? Hey, you're not allowed here. That's it. And next time, don't go creeping around where you don't belong.
It's the 8th bell. I need to hurry.
Oh, little bitch.
Hope it lasts.
Here it is. Hope it's good.
You haven't made much effort with it. Do you know what a sharp axe looks like?
Ah. I'll hone it a bit more then.
I really don't know. God be with you.
I was told to... No.
But there's...
I could help you. Sure thing. That should do it. The third toll. I better get moving.
Did you hear about what the bailiff is planning? No, I don't care for gossip.
Here it is.
Sharp as a skinning knife. Nice. Without your help, the scaffold could well collapse under that poacher. And nobody wants that.
And then the execution.
I doubt it. We're not going to make a show out of it like they do in Prague. But someone would have to get their hands dirty, and no one...
Understandably.
Anyway, thanks. I can't afford to fuck things up today. The Chamberlain is as tetchy as the devil.
Isn't he always?
Yeah, but even more today. Anna the laundress said he's got bellyache. Everyone is avoiding him like the plague.
Uh-huh. Would you happen to know...
And what would you want in...
I want to pray in the chapel.
The chapel, eh? Well, I'll be damned. I know one hand by the name of Bin...
And did he succeed?
Aye, he did. He climbed down into the well in the courtyard. See, there's caves under... And from there, you can get to the...
Oh, he sounds...
Oh, aye. But they still caught him and gave him a whipping. And when they found out how...
What does that mean?
That the next Binyek would have to jump in...
Indeed. What was Binyek?
A certain buxom chambermaid who wouldn't give him what he was after in the hay...
You don't mind building a scaffold for an innocent man?
No. Such matters ain't my concern. The Lords decide. A fella has to know his place in this world. Like my old pa used to say.
I'll be going.
Aye, I've got to get back to work, too. Farewell, my friend.
I'll be going.
Aye. God be with you.
This one is sharpened already. Here it is.
You haven't made much effort. Get on with it, though. It's holding up my work. Take care, friend.
What are you here for?
I'll have a look at the wares. Let's talk about the price.
All right. I'm listening. Less. Very well, then. Thank you, and a good day to you, friend.
The fourth bell.
Greetings. What bring?
It seems like...
So I'll be...
Never mind then.
May the...
I have that rosary for you.
Great.
Here you have it.
Good fella. Here's a bit of equipment for you in exchange. I don't suppose I'll be needing it again.
But you were a carpentry apprentice.
Guys, as far as I know, all the apprentices just look massive.
Are you sure there won't be trouble from?
Don't worry.
Small then. When that's all done, let them
God be with you.
so you don't show me off in front of his lo-
Farewell, my friend.
The bell's ringing for Hans the 5th time. everyone to me. You... Pardon me for disturbing you, miss.
If you want to pray, go somewhere else. The chapel is closed. Unless you're a priest. Which I presume you're not.
No, I'm not. My name is Henry.
I'm Adela, Thomas's sister. What is it you want, Henry?
I need to talk to your brother.
No chance of that. He's been lying in a fever for 3... Unless he returns soon.
What actually happened?
They were attacked by bandits by the pond. His mare, Arrow, brought him home. He was completely out of it. And little wonder, if the surgeon was here, he'd be in his care. Some of his wounds have healed, but now he has a fever. He's been bedridden.
I'm sorry. Maybe I could help.
The only one who can help now is the priest. And
Where's the physician?
He's with Lord von Burger. He was only meant to be gone for a while. But it seems that... Anyway, the concoction ran out.
I'm not a physician.
If I knew that, I'd have brewed it myself. Not even our surgeon knows. He does everything according to his books.
And where is this book?
How should I know?
I'll have a look there then.
But no one is allowed there.
I'll figure it out somehow.
Why do you want to help us?
Well, unless Thomas recovers and testifies that me and my friend are messengers from Rattay...
You mean that poacher who's to be...
He's a noble. Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. The whole thing is one big misunderstanding. And only Thomas can...
I'm a bit bewildered by all this. But all right.
The main thing is, I want Thomas to live too.
Yes, you're right.
I'll get going then. I don't have much time, and neither does Thomas.
Go. And thank you.
How does it look?
Not very good.
Sacre. Huh? Eh? I must be mad.
The sixth bell. Half the time is up.
You don't show me up in front of his lordship.
What? Who left the door open?
You're not permitted.
This place is off limits to you. Halt!
You're not permitted to be here.
Give up!
Are you deaf? Yield!
God bless.
God be with you.
I must be mad.
The 7th bell.
You? What in God's name are you doing here?
Who are you, actually?
Me? I'm just cleaning here.
And what were you doing at the pond, then?
I thought we straightened that out the last time you bothered me. I have no idea what you're talking about.
We both know you're lying. The question is, why?
Says someone who was just sitting in a jail cell and will end up right back there if anyone calls the guards on him.
You know I was locked up? Oh, for such an...
Right. I spend the whole day following you and the arrogant fool around.
That's exactly what I...
Well, think again.
What's your name?
What's it to you?
I'm Henry.
Well, that's nice for you.
And you are?
I already told you. I'm a maid here. You? What in God's name are you...
I need help.
Who doesn't? I still have to clean out all the fireplaces in the Crown. Do you know how many there are?
I don't know or care. I have to find medicine for Captain Thomas.
Thomas? I brought water to him in the tower. And I can tell you he...
Well, you look like you know your way around here.
Why should I?
I'm not stupid. You've no business here. You're snooping around in the surgeon's stuff and got...
Oh, yeah?
Well, for instance, I could take something here. Don't forget, I might be slaving here today, but tomorrow they'll get fed up with me and they'll probably kick me out by morning. And you'll still be here. So it'll be on you. For sure someone saw you coming here.
And you too, no?
That's definitely an interesting point. But tell me.
No. I'll tell you nothing. And now get out of my way. Simple maid like me has lots of work to do in this castle. You!
I need help.
Who doesn't? I still have to clean out all the fireplaces in the crown. Do you know how many there are?
I really don't know, but I'm in quite a fix, and you look like someone who could help me.
Apart from the fact that I'm not much of a good Samaritan, I can't imagine how I could help you.
Well, we're in the surgeon's chambers. I'm sure there's plenty of stuff here that would be of use.
I suppose. But I still don't know why I should help you.
Because I could make plenty of trouble for you with the
Uh-huh. And what would you tell him? That I wouldn't be the first.
And you think I believe you?
Believe what you want. And now get out of my way.
Nice. It's the 8th bell. I need to hurry. Ninth bell. Only 3 to go. Next time I should stick to the recipe. The 10th bell. I don't have much time left.
Eh? You're not permitted to be here. Give up!
What are you doing here? You aren't allowed here! Do you want me to go for the guards? Apologize and pay.
You've no business upstairs. Stay down here. Where do you think you're going? There's nothing for you there. You've no business upstairs.
And don't gobble everything.
This place is off limits to you.
Huh. What the? What?
You're not
What's
permitted
that?
to be here. Halt!
What's the matter? Did you drop something?
Strange.
I must be mad. What to hell with it?
The 11th toll of the bell. The last before the execution starts. The 11th toll of the bell. The last before the execution starts.
Huh?
You're not permitted to be here.
And make sure there's a goose in sauce.
What are you doing here?
And that it's not
The 11th toll of the bell. The last before the execution starts.
Eh? I must be mad. Huh?
Did you get it?
Yeah.
It will have to be diluted. His fever is getting worse. If this doesn't work, I don't think he'll last long.
You all to be vigilant. These days we have all sorts of vagabonds, drifters, outlaws and bandits roaming the country. And we have one of those vermin here today. A fella called Hans, who is clearly not right in the head. A dangerous madman, a brawler, and a thug, the worst of all, a poacher. And so, for the damages he caused to our dear Lord Otto von Berghoff, he is sentenced to be hanged by the neck until dead!
Stop! You can't execute this man. He's a noble. Captain Thomas here will testify that we're messengers from Ratoi.
What is this nonsense, for Christ's sake?
It's true. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein.
Deal with it, for God's sake!
But, sir, the captain!
Captain Thomas has a fever. He's clearly delirious. Seize them immediately.
You can't do this! I am a nobleman, do you hear? A noble!
Get your hands off me! You can't do this!
Lord.
What the hell is going on?
It was just a... It's a hanging.
You can't hang him. He's a noble. That's for me to judge. Take him down! And for Christ's sake, help me off this horse!
You may enter. His lordship is expecting you.
So, you're messengers from Rattay, huh? I was wondering when someone would turn up. All right, then. Let's hear it.
My respects, Sir Otto. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, and this is Henry of Skalitz, my escort.
Welcome to Trotsky, gentlemen. I'd greet you standing up as befits, but I'm glad I can even sit at the moment.
I heard you were ambushed by outlaws.
You heard right. Those bastards did a job on me. And I got out luckier than most. Almost all the others were killed, including my page and my surgeon. So there is no one here to heal me, and I will have to inform poor Albert's father that his son died in my service.
I hope your health will soon be restored, sir.
We shall see. But now, you tell me what happened here in Herrgottsnamen. Why did my chamberlain try to hang you, Lord Capon?
In truth, the welcome we got from your Master Chamberlain was somewhat... how shall I put it?
Your Chamberlain's welcome was appropriate enough, considering our appearance, the situation in your domain, and your orders, sir.
I appreciate your diplomacy, young man. Master Chamberlain Ulrich can sometimes be more hasty and passionate than is healthy. And we are glad you hold no grudge against him. Are we not, Ulrich?
I regret what happened, gentlemen. Please accept my humblest apologies.
Anyway, let us leave this misunderstanding aside and get to the point. As far as I'm aware, Rattay showed no interest in negotiations before, either with me or with the League of Lords.
True. Our houses have thus far stood on opposite sides.
I should say so. Attacking Brno and Jihlava together with that renegade Sokol of Lemberg hardly inspired our sympathy.
But we can all point the finger. Your League of Lords, on the other hand, abducted the king. Although I don't doubt your reasons, just as Sir Hanush did.
We certainly had. The main one being that your Wenzel is an irresponsible drunkard and idler who is hurting the Empire by his inactivity. But let us leave that aside. Tell me, what does Sir Hanush have on his mind? I am all ears.
Unfortunately, during the ambush, we lost the letter we were carrying, so you'll have to make do with my word of mouth.
All right. Go ahead and speak.
In brief, Sir Hanush, Sir Radzig, and other lords take the view that the situation has got out of control. And that's of no benefit to anyone in Bohemia, neither Wenceslas's supporters or the League of Lords. King Sigismund's actions will not lead to instilling greater order than under King Wenceslas. Quite the contrary.
Let us say that maybe. What arises from it?
Sir Hanush and the other lords on our side are interested in knowing what the stance of the League of Lords is at this moment, and whether they haven't perhaps reevaluated some things.
In other words, whether I might betray Sigismund.
I wouldn't be so bold as to suggest that, sir. We are merely interested in whether you would sit down at the negotiating table with us. It's necessary to discuss the future of the kingdom, whether it's to be a common one or not.
The future is still a long way off for me, Lord Capon. Nonetheless, Sir Hanush and Sir Radzik are right. There is disorder and anarchy in the land. Bandits riding roughshod all over. As we all know, to our cost.
We've had plenty of experience of that at home too, sir. Only a short time ago we had to deal with a similar band.
Then you will surely understand that before I begin debating who would be the better king, I must sweep my own doorstep. Only I'm damned if I know how to do that, since those bastards have wiped out half of my garrison, including my captain.
If I may be so bold, sir, you're not the only one. We also have a score to settle with them, so Henry and I will gladly help you.
Is that so? Now that is what I call the words of a knight, Sir Hans.
Right now, we've got a common enemy, so we have common interests too.
So then, sir, may we be of assistance to you?
Indeed, you may. Perhaps in the end we may really find some common ground. I need to muster sufficient reserves to deal with those outlaws once and for all. I'm summoning my vassals here to Trotsky. And since I don't have many men left to send as messengers, I will gladly accept your help.
Just say the word, sir. Where should we go?
You'll go to Nebakov, a small castle, or rather fortress among the cliffs. The yeoman there, Jaromir Nebak, is an old hardhat and may not be very willing to fulfill his obligations. It would be useful if an eloquent noble like yourself visited him to explain him clearly why I need his whole garrison.
Who is this Lord Nebak?
The lord of a smaller house with not much in the way of estates, just a fortress and lands, but he also owns a mill that provides us. His children are grown up. His daughter married well, thanks. His son is away from the domain, dealing with duties. So, in short, the house of Nebak is more.
Thank you, Ulrich. Nevertheless, I suspect Jaromir will not be keen to charge into battle. But that will do us. If he delivers...
What should we do if he's...
His house has always been loyal to mine. And it has always been more... I do not expect any great obstacles. But it would be wise to show Sir Jaromir respect by sending... He will take his time over being persuaded.
I'll get to him somehow, sir.
I expect nothing less from you.
Is that all, sir?
It's no simple task. Knowing Jaromir, dealing with the lower nobility can be tricky. They tend to...
Is the route safe?
As I said, the fortress is in the wilderness amongst the cliffs. There are many places...
Don't worry, sir. I have Henry here by my side for such situations.
We'll take care of it, sir. Count on us.
All right. We'll head out as soon as possible. Let's not delay our diplomatic mission unnecessarily.
Very well. I think that is all for now. The Chamberlain will show you where you can put your heads down, and he will supply you with horses. And once we have resolved this...
Thank you, sir.
May I ask something, Sir Otto?
Oh. Ask away, young man.
When you were ambushed, did you see those bandits? Would you recognize any of them?
Henry, don't start with that again.
Why do you ask?
The thing is, when we were ambushed, I believe I saw among them one of the men we ran up against at home.
Oh. What did he look like? Do you know his name?
He's called Istvan Toth, a Hungarian noble. He wears black armor, a stocky fella, around 40.
I've already told you that's nonsense. How would he be here? You only saw him from a distance.
And why does this Toth
He was the leader of a band that made trouble for us in Sasau. And he has something that belongs to me.
Ah, interesting. Interesting.
Thank you, sir. And sorry. I had to ask.
I understand. And now I shall entrust you to the care of Uri here. Go with God, gentlemen.
Thank you for everything, sir. The Lord be with you.
There will be time enough yet for social niceties. Now there are more practical matters to deal with. Sir Otto has generously agreed to accommodate Lord Capon in one of his chambers. And you, Henry, shall also be accommodated, as befits your station. There, your equipment shall also be returned to you, and you'll find your horse in the stable. Nevertheless, his lordship takes the view that, as a noble's escort, you should have a befitting mount, and therefore he has kindly decided that you may take one of our horses, if you so wish. Gentlemen, follow me.
Great.
So, Sir Hans, allow me to...
Hold on, Sir Ulrich. If you think everything is settled between us, and we're going to act like nothing happened, then you're mistaken.
Sir?
You were going to have me executed a short while ago. I expect a proper apology.
Then please accept my apology once more, sir. But given the circumstances...
Given the circumstance? What circumstances?
Sir, poaching is a capital offence.
And are you the king? That you can hand down death sentences? No, you are not. What's more, you had plenty of reasons to realise it wasn't a good idea.
Sir, I could not have realised that.
You couldn't have realised? Yes, you could, but then you wouldn't have been able to play the Lord and stage private executions.
Sir, once more I apologise. And now, please allow me to show you to your quarters.
I wouldn't dream of inconveniencing you. I'll find my quarters by myself. Henry, once you're done with that annoying fool, get your horse and we'll meet at the gate.
Well, it seems Lord Capon will not be requiring my services anymore today.
Please excuse him. He's been through a lot, as I'm sure you understand.
It is understandable, of course. I was just hoping that our relationship would be a bit warmer after that, regrettable misunderstanding. Nevertheless, welcome to Trusky, the finest and biggest castle you shall ever see. Rumor has it that the castle was built on the jaws of hell, and that we're sometimes plagued by demons here. But don't believe a word of it. It's just idle talk to excuse the servants' laziness and incompetence. It's demanding enough keeping everything here running smoothly without any of that. It requires a man of exceptional qualities and talents. By the way, this place is a maze for strangers. It's very easy to get lost.
Exactly. And that's not all. Dead man had a gold chain around his neck. Can you believe it? Someone bumped him off and didn't even...
The jail cells are down there. But I believe you are already fairly well acquainted with that part of the castle, aren't you?
All too well, thanks. My God, where is that dog? My God, where is that dog? Is there any work around the camp?
Well, there's the issue with...
Demons?
Quiet! I don't want to cause a... But yes, unfortunately.
You mean horned ones?
Do you know any other kind? But I suppose you could do it?
You want me to get involved with hell itself? At least tell me more about it.
Ah, you know the times with war, bandits... The devil took it. The castle is built upon an ancient, though fortunately extinguished, fiery moor. The spawn of hell shows up here from time to time, and I want you...
How many do you think there are?
A lot. Certainly more than there are. Expect at least 10 beasts for every...
That's something. I've never seen a real demon before. So what needs to be done?
Our cooks, Manietta and Berto, were complaining about the creatures. Ossiner, the castle blacksmith, was all... The good news is it's only for now. We have to act quickly to prevent the panic.
What did you do about it in the past? I reckon this isn't the first.
We usually cleansed the infested places with the help... Except for that one year when Sir Otto himself...
Lord von Berghoff has my... How long did they fight? And what kind of armor was Luke?
In any case, you'll have to ask Manietta and then simply make sure to get rid of them for good. I'm sure both the scribe Erazim and Father Nicodemus will have something to... The question is if you're up to it. Or...
I'm ready to scour the castle and try to... Could you arrange for me to be able to go wherever I want in the castle?
Very well. You can move freely about the castle while completing this, but don't stay any longer than necessary. I let the guards and servants know discreetly. If anyone asks, tell them you have my permission.
You said something about a priest and an apothecary.
We've always used either holy water or magic. Which one would you prefer?
I'll try the water from the apothecary.
He supposedly went all the way to the Takoff water. I believe you can do it. Should the demons... But don't make too much of a...
God be with you.
Mutt! Here, Mutt! Fuck, he's run off.